Let's have a quick conversation about net 30 accounts. So I want to really compare and contrast the three players into this conversation. I want to look at Grainger versus Staples versus Office Depot OfficeMax. So here's a prologue to this conversation. Let's first talk about Grainger Net 30. So when you think about Grainger Net 30, first of all, I want you to think about Grainger as a leading supplier of industrial products. So when we talk about industrial products, we're looking at tools, equipments, and supplies for various industries. So if you're a startup or you are a small business that wants to build credit, Net 30, build business credit through Net 30 accounts, you got to really ask yourself if you need industrial products, okay? And so we love the fact that Grainger actually is pretty fast in terms of shipping. And Grainger Net 30 is Grainger's credit program extended to businesses to buy now and pay later in usually 30 days. And if you are a good customer, they can actually go all the way to 45 days. And we've seen cases where Grainger has extended net 60. So net 60 terms. This means what? You can make purchases immediately and have 30 days, 45 days, or 60 days to pay the invoice. And that gives you, your business, more cash flow management flexibility. And Grainger actually, Net 30 helped build business credit through the fact that they actually report your business to business credit bureaus, okay? And this is kind of cool. And they actually will report your payment inflow and outflow through them through primarily Dun & Bradstreet. And if you are a good business, a good client, they will actually report your data to Experian Business and also Equifax Business. So that's really an important element to think about. So in terms of Grainger Net 30 requirements, to qualify for Grainger Net 30 terms, you need to meet some basic criteria. And luckily, they're not very difficult to meet. At least that's what we have seen. So you have a business based in the U.S. You got to have a confirmed DUNS number. So DUNS number, you got to go to Dun & Bradstreet to actually set it up. It's free. You don't need to pay anything. And you got to be in operation for at least 90 days. So you got to be in business for at least 3 months, okay? Some sources say that you may need to spend at least $50 before you qualify for credit terms, but this is not what we have seen in our research, and so you don't have to meet anything in terms of minimum payment. So how do you apply for Grainger Net 30? So applying for Grainger Net 30 terms can be a straightforward process. It's one of those things where you might need to start the process by contacting the customer service department. So call 1-800-GRAINGER, 1-800-472-4643 for further information or to apply for an open line of credit, okay? And so the cool thing is that you are able to manage your cash flow and build your business credit. First, you want to establish your business, right? Your business should be a legally established business with a verifiable address. This means that you got to have a business license in your state, a registered business name, an employer identification number, an EIN, and a DUNS number. Ensure that you have all your business's documents in order before applying, and use the same business name and address consistently across all your documents. Grainger loves that level of consistency because they are really serious when it comes to due diligence. The second thing you want to do is you want to register your Grainger business account, okay? So you need to register your Grainger account as a business. Do not register for a personal account. So during registration, select register and create a new business account. This ensures that you are eligible for business credit terms and reporting, okay? If you want them to report your data, you got to have that. So third, you need to have clean business credit history. So Grainger doesn't check your business credit history for the starter 1,000 credit line. However, a clean credit history is helpful for future credit limit increases. For the starter limit, they will verify your business registration with the Secretary of State database, a quick and efficient process. So for a Grainger Net 30 account, make sure that your business is registered with the Secretary of State and keep your business information up to date. It's also crucial to pay all of your account on time as agreed when establishing business credit history. And the fourth step, you need to provide trade references. This is optional though, but they might actually ask you for it. And if you have it, you gotta provide it. And fifth, you need to choose the credit billing option. So after your account is established, you should have the option to request payment by credit or billing. To leverage Net 30 terms, choose credit. You may need to contact Grainger via chat or customer service at the number I gave you a little earlier to enable this option, but this allows you to actually use the net 30 terms effectively. Next, I want you to think about Staples. So this is the second player I want to review into this conversation. So Staples is one of today's top retailers for office supplies and equipment, shipping supplies, electronics, and more. So Grainger is all about industrial supplies. Staples is more about office supplies and equipment, shipping supplies, electronics, and more. Okay. So if you're looking to make Staples purchases while at the same time building business credit, you will likely be interested in their net 30 accounts. Okay. So overall, what we have seen in our research, in our investigation for the last few years, is that a Staples Net 30 account is a great account for improving your business credit history. And Staples has an extensive product catalog with continual deals and discounts. The only downside is that a business must have at least 20 employees to be eligible for Net 30 payment terms. So the key selling points here, they actually reports to Dun & Bradstreet. They do not report to Experian or Equifax Business. They only report to Dun & Bradstreet, but Dun & Bradstreet is the most prominent business credit reporting bureau anyway. Staples sells over 20,000 brand name products, and chances are 20,000 products, you will find one that really suits your business. And Staples offers frequent deals and discounts. So that's really an important element, okay? And so what we love about Staples is that the fact that they actually report to Dun & Bradstreet means that you are building your paydebt score. So a lot of vendors, if not all vendors, they actually look at your paydebt score when determining your eligibility for credit. And a score that is above 80 is really seen better than something lower. And in terms of the brand name products, they sell like office supplies, office equipment, shipping supplies, electronics, computers. They have furniture, they have cleaning supplies, they have safety supplies. As I said a little earlier, 20,000 products. So that's really good. And you also have the ability to actually save a lot of cash through Staples because they actually have frequent deals and discounts. And so customers can save like 10% every day versus a major competitor. That's what they say. And they have next day delivery that's available to 98% of the US. So that's really fantastic. I want to talk to you about Staples Net 30 accounts and requirements. So when you think about Staples Net 30 requirements, you'll need to have a Staple Business Advantage account. And Staples states that this is intended for businesses with at least 20 employees. Therefore, if you're a small business owner with only a handful of employees, this would not be the right vendor for you, even if you want the Net 30 account. So basically, in this case, you might want to think about maybe Crown Office Supplies Net 30, Uline Net 30, Grainger Net 30, or Quill Net 30. Okay. Other vendors in non-related industries include Creative Analytics Net 30, the CEO Creative Net 30, Business T-shirts, and Wise Business Plan. So besides meeting the 20 employee criteria to be eligible, you also need to have been in business for at least 1 year and have an EIN and a DUNS number. And Staples doesn't directly specify the other information requested during an application, but this likely includes key financials like net income, capital gains, business fund info, and mutual fund shares. If you have, let's say, if you can provide an accounting set of financial reports like cash flow statements, income statements, and balance sheet, that would be good also. And in terms of the minimum purchase amount, Staples doesn't state what that is either. However, most vendors have a minimum payment amount of around $50. As for the credit limit, is currently $1,000, which is more than many other vendors offer. So in terms of using your Net 30 accounts through Staples, once you have a Net 30 account to pay for your office supplies, you should just make sure that you repay on time, okay? Because to build your business credit, you need around 10 business credit experiences to build good business credit scores and reports from there. You can start applying for business credit cards and other financial trade lines that are more Tier 2 or Tier 3 levels. And Tier 2 and Tier 3 opportunities include fuel cards, certain auto financing companies, and big company accounts such as Newegg, Apple, John Deere, United Airlines, and even certain banks. So something to think about. You have to actually stair-step your business credit, okay? Each step unlocks better financing opportunities with bigger funding amounts, lower rates, and more flexible terms. Let's talk about Office Depot OfficeMax. So when you think about Office Depot OfficeMax, I want you to think about one of the largest suppliers of office supplies, including printers, papers, computers, software, and office furniture in the United States. And they have switched from net 30 accounts to net 20 accounts. And Office Depot reports to Dun& Bradstreet. Most suppliers report to the credit agencies directly, so that's kind of cool. If you are a good customer, you might actually qualify for their net 30 accounts, still net 30 accounts, or even their net 45 accounts, okay? And so to apply for a net 20 or net 30 accounts with them, you want to go to the link that I'm showing you on the screen here. So https businessofficedepot.com. And this is how the page looks like. I hope you can see this on the screen here. So this is kind of cool because there you have all the possibilities, all the steps that you need to follow to actually, so you only need to click get started, then follow all prompts and click submit. And what happens here is that after you submit all your information, a representative will be in contact with you shortly to help you set up your net 20 or net 30 account. Keep in mind though, sometimes it takes a little while, between 24 to 48 hours, to be approved for a net 20 or a net 30 account with Office Depot. But the cool thing is that you have the possibility to get things done properly, especially as it relates to your business credit bureau building. And one thing I want to insist is that I want to insist on the fact that with Office Depot OfficeMax, you have flexibility. This business has been operating for many decades now, so you have some kind of experience, and you also have a large catalog. So you actually you will find products that fit your business no matter what. It doesn't matter the industry you're in, you are going to find something. And this is very important to think about. So some people say Grainger actually kind of limits you because it's only for industrial products. So you might want to think about maybe Staples or Office Depot OfficeMax. You have a large area of products, so you are able to buy products and start building credit real fast. But the cool thing is, whatever limit they give you, 1,000, 500, 2,000, in some cases 5,000, depending on your financials, please make sure that you are you comply with the payment terms. So when we talk about the Office Depot OfficeMax, besides their net 30 accounts or their net 20 accounts, you have the possibility to also go with the credit cards. Okay, this is another way to actually build business credit through Office Depot OfficeMax. And the thing is that this business credit card is issued by Citibank, and this is kind of great if you want to shop at Office Depot and you do this. If you want to do it, let's say frequently. The cool thing about this is that this credit line is way more. It's way more than 1,000 or 2,000. I mean, if you have a good business, if you have good business credit, you can qualify for 10,000 or even 25,000. And remember, Citibank is a major bank in a major behemoth when it comes to banking in this country. So this is kind of cool. And the Office Depot OfficeMax Business Credit Card offers a $50 credit on your first purchase and on your first purchase of $150 or more. It also has flexible payment terms, making budgeting easier, especially for those using business credit cards for the first time. So this is kind of cool. So what we love about this business credit card is that you are able to actually to scale. Okay, so the Office Depot OfficeMax Business Credit Card is best for those who purchase office supplies at the Office Depot and OfficeMax regularly. So cardholders who regularly shop for office supplies at Office Depot and OfficeMax will receive exclusive offers and special savings. And this is kind of cool. And you also have rewards. So $50 off on your first purchase. I've said this before. You have 2% back on supplies, furniture, technology, and other eligible items. $2 in rewards if you recycle both your ink and toner cartridges. Rewards for product reviews on up to a maximum of 3 reviews per month. Rewards members only savings, such as 100% back in rewards on batteries and 20% back in rewards on qualifying purchases. And the cool thing is you can unlock VIP status by spending $500 or more within a 365-day period. And those with VIP status can earn the following rewards: 5% in rewards on ink, toner, paper, and print services. Free delivery with no minimum purchase required. Excludes most furniture, oversized items, and special order items. And you have exclusive VIP perks such as birthday offers. So this is really cool. In terms of the features here, you have automized billing statements. So this could be really good for all kinds of businesses. You have flexible payments. So this is kind of cool. Now you do have fees though. The APR, the ongoing APR is around 23.99%. Cash advance, 29.90%. So something to really think about. So when we talk about, let me give you the tactics here. Grainger versus Staples versus Office Depot OfficeMax. You got to ask yourself, which one should you go for? But before you actually make a choice, think about what a net 30 account should be for your specific business. Because a net 30 account is a line of credit that vendors extend to their customers. So this is a form of trade credit. So net 30 accounts allow customers to pay up to 30 days after the invoice date. But you have, in rare cases, you have net 35, net 45, and net 60 account. So this is important to think about. So the benefits of net 30 accounts are really numerous, right? You have cash flow management, cash inflow, cash outflow. You know exactly what comes in, what goes out. You have the ability to build business credit, so you can increase your pay debt score over time, among others. You can also have your activity reported to Experian business, also to Equifax business. So that way you can actually go for tier 2 and tier 3 accounts. Later on, you can actually apply for business loans, business lines of credit, even SBA loans or what have you. That's really good. And you also are able to get business credit cards. And so net 30 account incentivize customers to place more and larger orders because they don't need to pay right away. And second, the credit building aspect of using a net 30 account helps vendors attract new customers. So this is kind of cool. Now, net 30 accounts do have some drawbacks. In other words, if you do not pay on time, this can negatively impact your business credit score. And vendors offering net 30 accounts may incur opportunity costs due to delayed payments. While 30 days of interest may not seem like a big deal, it can add up over time. And vendors must also maintain sufficient cash flow to continue operations despite late payments. So because of these challenges that late payments can present, many vendors charge clients interest or fees if they fail to settle net 30 accounts in full and on time. And so this is really important to think about. So net 30 accounts are really flexible. And I mean, you know, you don't have just Dun & Bradstreet, you have an Equifax, you also have Experian. And there are some factors that influence net 30 terms. Payment history on a business credit report, business finances, so your cash inflows and cash outflows, your balance sheet, your income statement, your relationship with the vendor. And to actually get a net 30 account, I've explained to you how to do so through Grainger, Staples, and Office Depot OfficeMax. And you also have to consider the fact that you can have invoice factoring as an alternative to a net 30 accounts. This could be a possibility so that you can actually see what works for you and what doesn't work for you, okay? So that's an important element to think about. So here is our selection. Grainger versus Staples versus Office Depot OfficeMax net 30 account. Which one should you go for? Well, we have two choices. If you are in need of industrial supplies, you want to go for Grainger. If you are in need of office supplies, technology, and so on and so forth, you want to go for Staples. Staples, in our view, is better when it comes to net 30 accounts than Office Depot OfficeMax. So go for Staples. Thank you so much for your attention. This is the epilogue of today's conversation. So I did a quick compare and contrast between Grainger, Staples, and Office Depot OfficeMax. So I did the prologue, I did the tactics, and the selection, and finally the epilogue. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.